Hello, and welcome to another MCO update on XRP. Quick look at the bigger picture, larger time frame. This remains unchanged for now, given that the current pullback, has not clearly finished, or at least we haven't got any confirmation that the low is in, because the market has not yet broken out above the January high, not even above the the March high, which was actually quite relevant here at around $3. So we're just dancing around. For the last few weeks, the market really hasn't done too much. We've seen mainly sideways consolidation, and the move from the April low, the move to the upside from the April low, it really isn't characterized by a lot of upside momentum. So the bulls have not clearly won yet. However, the structure that we are tracking and that we have been tracking for the last few months is still potentially bullish, and the move to the downside from the January high is a so-called corrective pullback, which means it's characterized by overlapping price action and characterized by three-wave movements to the downside. The move down was not impulsive, which means we haven't seen any five-wave movements to the downside. That does keep the door open for higher. We're also still holding above the critical $1.21 level, and really the structure hasn't changed. We have to consider a change in wave structure with a move below $1.20, $1.21, but that hasn't happened yet. So from that point of view, there is nothing really we need to change here. I just wanted to again highlight for anybody who's new on the channel that if we get a break above the January high, then that would be around $3.40. The next upside Fibonacci level is $4.20. Now, that is a bit weak for a fifth wave to the upside, so ideally we would stretch to $5, $5.65, or maybe even $6.60. These will be the next levels to watch, but again, I've been telling you that for a while, and the market hasn't really moved much, and unfortunately, I cannot speed it up. It takes as long as it takes. The market is the boss here. So let's also take a look at the XRP short-term chart. Here, we can consider that a low of sorts formed in April, on the 7th of April. As I said to you, the move to the upside is not impulsive. All the rallies from that low have been corrective in nature. Nothing really confident coming out of this, because we don't really have a lot of structure in this move to the upside. It all looks corrective. So, for example, you might not see it here that well, but this is a three-wave move up. This is in three waves. This was a three-wave move up. This was a three-wave move up. And I think even this, even though it's very, very small. But all the rallies have been corrective in nature. All the rallies have been three-wave movements. And the whole thing is just a big mess, okay? However, I've constantly been highlighting to you that what the support levels are. I think we haven't broken support for a long time. I think there was one nano support level, Fibonacci support, that broke here recently, but it was not a sustained break, and we have formed higher highs and higher lows. So at the moment, we could still watch for higher as long as the $2.11 level is holding, $2.12, the swing low from the 24th of April. And should we break below that level, then the previous swing low, the 16th of April low at $2.03 will come into focus, as next support levels. For now, it is even possible that we are forming here a diagonal pattern to the upside. That's a wave count based on Elliott wave. It's not a trustworthy pattern, and we have lots of overlapping and messy price structures here, but it is a structure that we can track. It is a structure that's valid, and the last move up here from the 30th of April low could be a wave 1 of C of 3. And then this pullback looks also corrective. Nice 45-degree angle pullback, messy, overlapping. And that is typically ideal to set the stage for the next move up. So I am watching for that as long as we're holding the Wednesday, 30th of April low. Again, it formed around $2.12. And you can see that this pullback is really corrective and overlapping. So I'd say we could track here a trend line. And as soon as we see a break above that trend line, a decisive break, that could be a start of an internal third wave. So that's what I'm watching. Next Fibonacci resistance is around $2.33. Price got rejected there on the 28th of April, and above that level, $2.46. But really nothing too exciting. But with this update, you should be aware of all the relevant levels, breakout points, next levels to the upside, and also when the structure fails. So I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.